So, UFC 311 has a new main event. Moicano is stepping in to fight Islam Makhachev after Arman Tsarukyan says he can't do it no more. His back is too sore. Let's look at the video and Dana White announcing this new fight announcement.
What's up, everybody? I have some breaking news for you this morning. Around 1 a.m., we received a call from Arman Tsarukyan, who informed us that he was experiencing significant back pain due to the injury. He feels like he is not healthy enough to compete, so he is out of the fight. Stepping in to face Islam Makhachev for the title will be Renato Moicano. Moicano's been on a tear since moving up to 155 pounds and currently holds the longest active win streak amongst all fighters in the top 10 of the lightweight division. He's won 6 of his last 7 fights, including his last 4 in a row, with 3 of those coming by finish. The guy is an absolute savage, and every fight he's in is a war. He weighed in on championship weight to be prepared as the backup in case something happened. And when we spoke to him this morning, I can tell you he wants this fight. And when I called Islam, Islam said, "Brother, I am the champion. I don't care who it is. I will fight anyone." Ladies and gentlemen, the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano for the lightweight title. Live tomorrow night from the Intuit Dome.
Let me just say it now. Merab versus Umar needs to be the main event. That's the new main event. This is the co-main event. None of this, oh, the higher weight division always gets to be the main event. No, clearly the biggest fight on the card now is Merab versus Umar. That should be the main event. Islam, you can be the co-main event. Money Moicano. One more thing, by the way. He ain't passing Khabib. I'm just sorry, he's just not. Compare resumes even after this win that Islam will get. It's still Khabib. Using the criteria that I laid out in my video that I made. Check it out. I'm gonna have to say, Money Moicano is not the guy to beat Islam. Obviously not. And this win doesn't actually make him the lightweight GOAT. It had to be Arman. It had to be Arman. It had to be Arman. Anyway, let's get to the predictions for said video. Now, Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano. I don't know how I'm going to seriously say that Money Moicano has any chance of winning this fight, because realistically he don't. I think Islam is probably going to just ragdoll him. Do whatever he wants, really. I don't think Moicano's jiu-jitsu is good enough. We saw him against Rafael dos Anjos. That fight actually happened. He got pieced the fuck up the entire fight. He couldn't do nothing against dos Anjos. That was on short notice as well. This is on short notice. I'm sure he had some game plan for Dariush that involved probably wrestling. I don't think that's the game plan no more. It's going to have to be striking. And I think on the feet, Islam can KO. Honestly, why keep it on the feet? Islam Makhachev could literally take down Moicano whenever he wants. Now, I will say one more thing though about Arman Tsarukyan. This is kind of like a prediction for the fight / just waking up in the morning and seeing this news, which is kind of crazy. And I will say Arman Tsarukyan has shown that he is a rich fella. He's a rich dude outside the UFC. And I'm sure the fact that he has daddy's money. No, I'm just kidding. But the fact that he does have daddy's money. And that safety net probably doesn't mean he's going to be taking the most craziest of risks in the UFC. And that's fair enough in my opinion. That's the reason your parents earn money, become rich, so that their kids can be handed down that money. And they can be rich. But it is quite interesting that a night before the fight, because his back was a little bit sore, he didn't, I mean, I guess in the press conference he was a bit quiet, so maybe that's why. But it is very interesting that he's just a day before just been like, you know what, I can't. Maybe the whole time he was like, well, if my back feels better by the time of the fight, I'll fight, you know. But if it doesn't, I'm not gonna fight. I got the money, I don't need it. I'm fighting for legacy, I'm fighting for fame, I'm fighting for the big fights. And now we have Islam versus Moicano to break the lightweight title streak record, which will obviously get broken. No questions about it. What's Moicano really going to do here? But it is a shame, because I do think Arman Tsarukyan was the guy that really gets Islam into the conversations. Is it Khabib? Is it Islam? Which way are we going to go? And now it's like, well, this just isn't going to be enough. I mean, Moicano is a good fighter. No one's taking that away. But if the roles were reversed and Khabib beat Ally Quinta, you wouldn't say he's the GOAT and surpassing Islam. You just wouldn't. So anyway, back to the prediction. Big Money Moicano. Does he have a chance? No. Does he actually have a chance in terms of probability and numbers? And 0.56% of a chance out of 100 is actually still a chance. Yes. There's always that chance that he clips Islam on the feet. Islam's like, screw this guy. I'm just going to strike the whole fight. All of a sudden, there's more opportunities for him to get knocked out. If the fight starts and Islam says, let's finish this in 1 round so I can become the pound for pound #1 fighter on the planet. Boop. Silly takedown. Whoop. There's a guillotine. There's a new champion. Is that going to happen? No. Obviously not. It's the Khabib camp. Khabib's camp don't do like these kind of nonsensical. Although I will say Khabib did struggle against Ally Quinta more than you would expect him to struggle. Let's lie. Moicano has a really good chance to win this fight, guys. On the feet, he's got real crisp striking, a really good 1-2, and in recent times, we've seen that he can take a punch. We have seen that he's recovered from getting almost KO'd by Jalen Turner. The fact that Turner didn't follow him up on the ground obviously shows that he was scared of Moicano's grappling and off of his back game. Makhachev is clearly not going to be going for any takedowns. He'll obviously be trying to keep the fight on the feet because he's scared of the jiu-jitsu that Moicano presents. He will Moicano will threaten guillotines, he'll threaten submission armbars, Kimura lock, key locks from the ground, triangles, all these things that he's known to threaten other fighters with. The fact that he can do this obviously means... Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention the fact that Moicano has a great offensive wrestling game. Recently he's been taking everybody down. Drew Dober, Jalen Turner, Benoit Saint-Denis, all of them have gotten theirs. All of them been taken down. Islam Makhachev, you know what, in hindsight, couldn't even take down Dustin Poirier. So how is he going to take down Adam Moicano, who trains with Dustin Poirier? You see, guys, this is like a 4-dimensional chess kind of match right now. Obviously, Moicano has a really good chance, and I can't believe the betting odds have disrespected him so much by making him like a 1,000 to like 10 to 1 underdog or something like that. Absolutely disgusting. They have no clue what they're talking about. Moicano is really dangerous, you know. Moicano, honestly, if you replace the situations and Islam pulls out and it's Arman versus Moicano, all of a sudden I'm thinking to myself, well, I think Money Moicano could actually beat Arman Tsarukyan, and because he's the real true #1 contender, there's so many avenues for Moicano to win. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I will be picking Moicano to win this fight. Actually, you know what? That's the lock of the week. The lock of the week is Money Moicano winning the fight against Islam Makhachev. He will KO him on the feet and then follow him on the ground and then finish him with a Das choke. So it's like a 2-in-1. He'll KO him and then also submit him on the ground. Insanity. I know, Money Moicano. I can't believe I didn't think I'd be saying this at the start of the year, but I think Moicano is going to become the lightweight champion by beating Islam Makhachev. Quite easily, might I add you. Like, very easily. Like, he will, what's Islam gonna do? The jiu-jitsu. He can't shoot a takedown, obviously. On the feet, Moicano's shown that he can strike with anybody. Benoit Saint-Denis, Drew Dober, better strikers. In hindsight, let's think about it, right? Better strikers than Islam Makhachev in terms of just, like, brawls. Now, what's Islam gonna do? Stand from a distance, throw some leg kicks? Ooh, here's my little jab. No, it's not going to work. Money Moicano is going to finish Islam Makhachev so easily. I don't know why I kept going with the joke for ages. But really, I think Islam wins any way he wants. Takedowns, submissions, slap, tickling. Honestly, there's just no way. And I think Moicano is going to get finished as well. I think this will be a round 3 finish. Like, I want to say round 2, but I feel like Moicano is going to be just surviving for the first few rounds, and once he's worn down, I think Islam finishes him in the 3rd. So that's going to be the pick. The pick is Islam Makhachev. I know it's kind of controversial, but you know, it's tough. You know, you can go either way with them, but yeah, I decided to go the way of Islam Makhachev. So that was the video. I just want to say one more thing about Arman Tsarukyan, by the way. Like, listen, respect the fighters. I get it. Respect the fighters. Always respect the fighters, otherwise the comment section will go after you. Respect the fighters, but I will say this. Why wait till the night before? Like, we could have probably gotten a few matchups made or moved around if you just let them know earlier, like Johnny Walker did. Like, this card went from like, oh my god, is this card of the year? Is this one of the best cards UFC's ever put on? To now it being like, it's a really strong card. It's a really strong card. But I don't think it's the card of the year. Or in contention anymore. Because the main event is just weak. Move Merab Umar to the main event. Obviously do that. Don't be this old timing. Back in my day, the main event was always the lightweight. Don't do that shit. Just have it be the bantamweights this time around. Another fight that got moved to the main card, by the way. Just going to throw this in here. Almeida versus Spivak is on the main card. I don't know why. Just keep it on the prelims. Give us some ranked fights on the prelims, you dumb idiots. People want to watch the prelims and be entertained. Peyton Talbot should be moved on the main card. The guy's gathering a lot of star power. I think he deserves the exposure on the Los Angeles stage on the main card of a pay-per-view. You idiots. You buffoons. You donkeys. You donkeys. Anyway, that was the entire video. Early in the morning, I just woke up to this news, so like, share, and subscribe. 199 subscribers. Give me to 200. Notification bell better be hit. Comments dropped in the section. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye. Donkey.